Hello and welcome to another edition of the Cryptic Mystic. First things first, sorry I haven't been around for a couple of days. I've suffering from an awful migraine that's really knocked me sideways and made me not able to do any videos at all, unfortunately. But I'm back now and I'm really looking forward to today's video, because today I'm going to be tackling a video by Henri, who's a fantastic setter on mycrossword.co.uk. If you remember, mycrossword.co.uk is a brilliant website. It's free to join, free to make your own puzzles, and free to solve other people's fantastic puzzles as well. It's definitely worth checking out. Now, Henri's one of the top setters there. Real name Rob Townsend, and I've done some of his puzzles before. If you remember the amazing 100th puzzle that I did, check that out. Actually, if you haven't watched it, have a look at it on the you'll find it in my list of videos. Unbelievable puzzle. And today I'm going to be doing a puzzle there. You can see it, number 2340. So it's one he just published on Saturday, and this is an intriguing one because 2340 has got a special instruction, which is making me very excited to try this puzzle out. So the special instruction is change one letter in the completed grid in a thematically appropriate way. What does that mean? Hopefully it'll become clear as we do the puzzle. But I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to get going. So shall we get cracking? Let's do that. So I'll put a link to the puzzle actually in the video description as well, so you can play along if you like. But let's get on with it. Here we go. Let's start with 8 across. Wordy books, literary heroine, not married, once swelling. What is going on there? What a surface that is. So the definition's either going to be wordy book, isn't it? Or it's going to be swelling. Remember, the definition's either at the beginning or the end of the clue. I'm just looking for a sort of wordplay in the middle there somewhere. I mean, married is a word that's very often abbreviated to an M. So maybe not married means we're taking an M out of something. What are we taking the M out of? Maybe a literary heroine. Now, not the only one, but one that comes up very often in these cryptics is Emma, because I suppose EMMA is quite a nice set of letters to work with. And this not married maybe makes me think we're taking an M out of the Emma. But that's as far as I get. I don't actually know the wordy book. What could that be? A dictionary, maybe? Obviously, I'm reading it as wordy book as well, but it may not be the way to read it. It might be a word for wording, but who knows? I don't really know yet. So let's move on. We'll come back. Hopefully, we'll have some checking letters to help us out. Let's try 9 across. Collapse in bar away from home. 5-3. Again, remember the definition is either a collapse or away from home or home. So looking for wordplay. I don't see any massive wordplay. Home can sometimes be in. Bar could be synonyms. Common synonyms are in, inn. But yeah, I'm not really sure actually. So let's come back to that one as well. We're in for a toughie today, I think. Let's see. Let's try 10 across. Relatively obscure 90s band regularly praised Queen. Okay. Here's a word I think we should look for, which is normally some sort of wordplay. Regularly means take alternate letters of a word. And Queen is very often, abbreviated to ER or R in a cryptic. So I think this is the wordplay end. So I think we're looking for something like relatively obscure. I hope it's not a relatively obscure 90s band, because that would be very tricky to get, wouldn't it? I see. So regularly, maybe if it applies to praise, that could be PASD. Don't think it's going to be that. It could be IERIE. And if Queen is, it could be that. Actually, if it's RIER from the Queen can be abbreviated in R, because it means in Latin it's Regina. And the relatively obscure does sort of indicate a comparative word, doesn't it? So if it's RIER, and then we're looking for a 4-letter 90s band. So it's not Oasis. It's going to be, let's go for Blur or Pulp. It's not Pulp. No, it must be Blur. Blurrier, of course it's Blur. Blurrier, relatively obscure. What a cool clue. Very good. And the surface is brilliant, isn't it? So clever. Right, 11 across. Ignoring second warning. Finally gonna formally investigate. Interesting surface error, isn't it? Normally, I would say finally, it refers to the last letter of a word. So it's going to be either the A of gonna or the G of warning. The definition here is going to be, I think, investigate, because ignoring is sort of telling us to do something as well. We're ignoring second. Could be taking an S out of something. Warning, finally, could be the G of warning. Gonna, formally. It means investigate. 2-4. When I saw that, I wanted to say look into, but it's not, can't be look into, obviously, because we haven't enough letters, but gonna, formally. Well, gonna means going to, doesn't it? If you say gonna, formally, it's going to. Oh, yes, have it. This is cool. So we have, what are we ignoring? We're ignoring the second, and that's referring to the second warning finally. So the G, the second G of going to, we're getting rid of. If you do that, you end up with go into. You see that? So there should be a G between the N and the T, shouldn't there? But it's not there because we're ignoring it. So we get go into, which means investigate. Cool clue. I love it. Right, 12 across. Correct. The Spanish usually on vacation over Christmas. When you see Spanish, it normally means use the Spanish version of the word, and the word here is the, so it's going to be like el or probably el. Correct. Does this mean correct, or does it mean Christmas? I like this phrase here, on vacation, because that, if you think about that, if you vacate something, you're emptying it, aren't you? Maybe we're taking the usually on vacation would be remove the middle letters of usually, so we just have the U and the Y. I have this. This is a brilliant clue. Seriously, this is amazing. So we have over here, it means it's a reversal. The definition here is Christmas. We're looking for a word that means Christmas. So we're reversing everything. We're reversing usually vacated, which gives us a Y and a U. Then we have Spanish L backwards, which gives us L and E. And then a word for correct is edit, isn't it? But if you write edit backwards, you get tide. Yuletide is the answer. What a brilliant clue. Fantastic. Just while I was doing, I was just looking at the grid as well. If you look at the grid shape, I've had this before when I did one of Tim Shaw's crosswords a while back. Tim's a subscriber to the channel and set some brilliant crosswords, and I did one with him, and he had it was called a Nina theme, which is basically when you have some sort of theme or hidden theme inside the crossword. And this is typically what setters would use. See the way all these starting and ending letters are all on their own. Sometimes they use that to spell something out. So I'm wondering about this thematically appropriate way that Henri was talking about earlier. If there's a theme, maybe it's going to be spelled around the outside. That'll give me a clue as to what to do to change one letter in the grid. Who knows? But let's keep an eye on that, because that looks interesting, doesn't it? Let's try. And sometimes with these things too, if you spot the theme early, it can really help you, with the clue. It gives you checking letters immediately. But let's go 15 across. Chubby, naked, but covering back part. What is happening there? So, naked is often used in crosswords to mean remove the outer letters of something. So you're removing the clothing of a word to make it naked. But what are we removing the clothing of? It could be but. It could just leave it with the U. Or it could be a word for chubby that we're removing the outer letters of, or even chubby itself. I'm just trying to work out what the definition is. Covering back. I mean, that could be a reversal indicator as well. Part. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Don't have enough to go on there yet, so I'm gonna skip that and come back to that one as well. Let's try 16 across. Tabloids, they can get lost. I think this is rags, isn't it? Rags is a way of describing tabloids. And I don't understand that they can get lost bit though. Sounds like a double definition to me, but I don't know. They can get lost. It's just the tabloid part. I really want to write a rag in there. I'm going to write it in and then remember that I'm not 100%, but I like it from this part. They can get lost. Rags. Yeah, I'm not sure I get that, but let's just see if that's right. We'll come back to it there. Let's do 17 across. Okay. Worries of Persian language shortly overtaking English. Well, Persian language is Farsi, isn't it? Farsi. Maybe, does this mean worries? Persian language shortly overtaking it. So shortly might refer to like we're curtailing it a bit, we're taking the end off it. Maybe it's just fars. Overtaking English. English is nearly always abbreviated to an E, so maybe we're putting an E into far. Oh yeah, fears. Fears, we get worries. Yes, that's cool. Fears. I like that. That's a very nice clue. So it Farsi, Farsi, but it's shortly we take off the end and we overtake E. Cool. 18 across. Let's go. Rwandan Building University. I'm trying to think of the tribes in Rwanda. Hutu is one, isn't it? That's Hutu. This is Hutu. This is a cool clue. So it's the definition is Rwandan, but it's building and university. University is very often abbreviated to U. So the building is a hut, and then university is a U. See that? Neat. Okay. Right, I'm feeling good about the across. I'm going to do 2 more acrosses and then we'll switch to the downs and see how we get on. Let's try 19 across. Once saw Lynam cycling, eating pastry. There's only one Lynam I know, and it's Des Lynam. So I wonder if we have Des in this clue somewhere. Once saw Lynam cycling, eating pastry. So eating looks like a container indicator to me. Cycling is a particular type of wordplay. Usually if you have a word and then you cycle it, you're basically moving the front to the end. Or the end to the front, say. Eating pastry. So if it was Lynam cycling, for example, it would be, so he's DES. Let me just write it so you see, that would be DES. But if you cycle this, then the S leaves here. And it would go to the front. Not sure. Not sure. Begins with S. Eating pastry. So there's 3 letters in Lynam, in Des even. So we need a 3-letter pastry. That would be a pie. Spied. It's spied. Is it? No. Espied. Espied. There we go. Yeah, so we have Des, and look, it's going ESD, so the D, rather than the S going to the front, the D is going to the back. You see that? So that's the Des part, and it's eating a pie. What a cool clue. Oh, Henri's so clever. This is so nice. Right, let's try 21 across. High growls busy Cabaret artist. Feels like a drag queen if it growls, doesn't it? But what are we doing here? It feels like an anagram to me. Busy feels like an anagram indicator. Anagram indicators tend to be things like, words like busy or confused or drunk, or words that imply some sort of things being mixed up, or, a lot happening. We need 8 letters, and there's 6, 2 and 6, that's 8. So we need an anagram, I think, of high growls, and it means cabaret artiste. So it's an artiste as well, not artist. Showgirl. There we go. Was her name Lola? Because she would have growled, wouldn't she? I think. If I've understood that song properly. No, let's try and write it right, Martin. There we go. Showgirl. Fantastic. Nice. Right. Just look at the letters around the outside. I can't see anything yet, can you? So I think we need to get some downs here. Let's go for the downs now. Let's go 1 down. Bored, agreed. Wow, not much there. This is normally a double definition. When you have just 2 words in a clue, it's normally a double definition. So we need a word that means bored and a word that means agreed. Can't think what that could be. Let's try 2 down. They want ultimately very profitable enterprises. Ultimately is a bit like finally. It's one of those words where you're looking just for the last letter. I did last week I did some video on using Melanie Branton's fantastic crosswords, which is basically highlighting this type of wordplay where you're looking for the first letter or the last letter of a word. Ultimately is one of those classic wordplay indicators. So it's either T or a Y we're using here, or we could even be using more than one, but I think they want ultimately very profitable enterprises. Just thinking if that's a Y, if the definition is they want, which would be interesting. Ultimately profitable gives a Y here, wouldn't it? Yes, it is. That's a cool clue. Look at that. A very profitable enterprise is an earner, nice little earner. And put that with a Y, you get yearners for people. So if someone's yearning, they're wanting entity. Wow, how cool. Cool. Okay, let's go 3 down. Just pause the video because I noticed the camera had zoomed right in. Must be me doing my little finger gestures that this webcam I've got reacts sometimes to those. So apologies if you were looking at me very close up there for a bit. 3 down. Wild beast climbing, the thing with 1 foot. The thing with 1 foot. Wild beast climbing, the thing with 1 foot. God, no idea. If it's a wild beast, maybe there's this. Wild could also be an anagram indicator, but I don't think it's beast because we've got 2 eyes in here. Yeah, I don't really know what's happening in this one. The thing with 1. See, with could even be abbreviated to a W. 1 can be an I. Foot could be an F, maybe, or a... I don't know. Not sure about that one. Let's go. Let's try 4 down. 4 down instead. Flyers are ascending miles away. This is a cool one. I'll have this. This is, so flyers Ascending here is the key word. It's the wordplay word, and because it's a down clue, if something's ascending, then it means it's reversed, really. So flyers could be the RAF, you see, and then we have an A here for a far. Now, where does that A come from? It comes from this word R. I learned this a few weeks ago in a postmark. I think it was one of Postmark's crosswords. That R is a measurement. It's 100 square meters. So sometimes you can see R in a crossword, and it can actually be abbreviated to an A. So we have the A here, and then the RAF, which is ascending. So RAF ascending, and then the A after it gives us a far, meaning miles away. Cool. 5 down. Henri realigns hookah pipes. Henri realigns hookah pipes. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I hope I don't have to think of a word for hookah pipe, because I'm not sure if I know many of those. So that's a bit worrying. Henri can mean a few things, can't it? Could even be an anagram indicator. I suppose we could have been an anagram of realigns. We've got a G and an S in there. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Actually, I don't really know for this one. So let's come back to that one as well. Let's try 6 down. The discontented copper expressing hesitation and boredom. The discontented copper expressed hesitation and boredom. Cool clue. Discontented is a cool word, because that usually means remove the inners of a word. Now, we could be removing the inners of the, which would just leave us with a T and an E. Or we could be removing the inners of copper, which would leave us with C and an R. Which is it? I'm leaning towards the, because it's, otherwise what's it doing there? So it could be given with TE, this. So the definition there must be boredom. Tedium. Cool. Nothing boring about this crossword. Say that. So how does that work? Let's just parse it. So we got the discontented. That gives us a T and an E. A copper. Police person. The police officer. The detective inspector. A DI. And then expressed hesitation. That would be So put all that together. A lovely little charade clue there, giving us boredom. Very nice. Okay, 7 down. It takes new user to digest book and leaflet. Based on how this is worded, the and looks like a link word between the wordplay and definition. It might mean leaflet, this. Definitely looks like it ends in ER, doesn't it? It takes new user to digest book and leaflet. Yeah, I'm not sure. Book can be abbreviated just to a B, actually. This digest bit here, that makes me feel like we're containing. So user. There's an R here as well. So maybe new is an anagram indicator. We're using an anagram of user. That's 4 letters, right? And that's containing book, a B. And then maybe a 5-letter word for leaflet. Maybe it could be the way it works as well. And that means it takes. Not sure yet. Let's see. Have we tried? Let's just try a 15 across again. See if we can make any head or tail of that now. Chubby, naked, but covering back part. Chubby. No. Let's try 9 across. We got a first and a last letter there. Collapse in bar away from home. Bar away from home. Collapse. Oh, I have this. What a clue. What a clue. Away from home is a straightforward synonym. That's out. If you're out, you're away from home. And the definition here is bar. Sorry, the definition here is collapse. So we need a word for bar. And it's actually referring to a type of bar, like a chocolate bar. This is flake. Flake out. If you flake out, you collapse, don't you? How cool is that? Amazing. Nice. Okay. 5 down is looking even more like an anagram now of real lines. Still not sure. Don't know. Let's try 8 across to see if that helps. That E helps us at all. I did think it was Emma, didn't it? So maybe it is EMA. This ends in EMA, maybe? EMA? Wordy books. Literary heroine. I'm thinking of a swelling. A swell is a word for a swelling. Is an, how do you pronounce it? Oedema. That's what it is, because this is Oxford English Dictionary. Look at that. OED is Oxford English Dictionary. That's a wordy book. Then we have Emma minus the M. So we're only getting rid of married once, not twice, because there's 2 M's in Emma. That's nice, isn't it? Cool. Right, let's try 1 down again. Board agreed. Deal is the word. Deal is a type of wood, isn't it? And it also means agreed. If you say deal, you mean you're saying agreed, aren't you? That's cool. 3 down. Wild beast climbing. The thing with 1 foot. What does that mean? That's a weird word as well. Like Tahiti fits, doesn't it? But Tahiti does fit, but I'm not sure why it would be Tahiti. The thing with 1 foot. Because climbing is implying to me that something's going, like, something's reversed here, you know? I think, I'm not really sure. This camera's doing something weird again. I'm just going to fix it. There we go. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's the thing with 1. What could the thing be? Could 1 foot mean the eye at the bottom? Is that the foot of the wild beast? I don't know. Right, let's try 5 down again. Is that going to help? Is pipes or hookah pipes? Henri realigns. I don't know what that word is. That's worrying. Okay, I'm going to go 14 down. Let's go there. 14 down. Former amateurs succeeded in finals. Oh, this must be exams. Former's nearly always EX. And amateurs in AM. And succeeded can be abbreviated to NS. So we got exams there. That's cool. I'm just looking at the outer letters now. We got ERY, BODY, body. Body. ERY, it could be everybody, couldn't it? Everybody. Everybody. It's interesting. Let's try 13 down. Come back to that theme again. Let's see. United Nations and European wardens frantically awaiting response. United Nations can be abbreviated to UN, can't this? That's probably UN here. So this awaiting response is the definition here, I think, or response. I think that's unanswered. If something's unanswered, it's still waiting a response, isn't it? So let's parse it. And European wardens. And European wardens is we're making an anagram of wardens, aren't we? You can see wardens there with another E along with the UN. So frantically here is an anagram indicator, and awaiting response is a definition. Nice. 17 down. Small crab nipping Henri is increasingly difficult to handle. So here we have Henri referring to himself. So it's either me or I or I'm. Small crab nipping Henri is increasingly difficult to handle. I don't know. Not sure. Let's try another one. Let's try 20 down. This month has the first sign of light to drive home. This month has the first hint of light, not sign, first hint of light to drive home. First hint of light, could that be an L? Oh, I don't know. This month, is that going to be this month? That's what, March? Don't know, not sure. Let's try 23 across. Between 5 and 50, existence is a craft. Well, 5 is nearly always abbreviated to a V, isn't it? For coded as a V from Roman numeral, and 50 could be an L. So between V and L, I think it's V here and L at the end. Existence is a craft. This must be vessel. I think vessel would work, wouldn't it? Existence is a craft is the definition here. A vessel. Yep, that looks good. Let's try 26 across. Now this must begin with an E. It has to begin with an E. Look, we got everybody around the top here. That's cool. Right, what is this one? Disturbing quality of some beer in Essen. Disturbing quality of some beer in Essen. Oh, there we are. Look, we have a hidden word. Ring that bell. I love a hidden word clue. Look at this. This means disturbing quality, and it's some of beer in Essen is a definition here. So is the answer. Sorry. So it's eeriness. Look at that. Eeriness. Cool. So we've got everybody. Oh, this is intriguing. Now, what's this? Let's try 20 down again. This month has the first hint of light to drive home. Just thinking what words can fit there, and still can fit there, which could mean to drive home, couldn't it? And still, and still. Now, why is it this month has the first hint of light? Yeah, I don't know actually. Don't quite get that one. Not sure if that's right actually. It works from a check, only from a check on letters. I'm trying to think of another word that goes in there. Let's come back to that one as well. Right, 17 down. We've got a lot of letters here now. It's increasingly difficult to handle. Fiddlier, is it? Fiddlier? Fiddlier work? If someone's hard to handle, it's fiddlier, isn't it? Small crab. No, I don't understand that either. But I like increasingly difficult to handle is fiddlier. If someone's fiddlier, it's harder to handle, isn't it? We have the I of Henri. So a fiddler. A fiddler, is that a small crab? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I like fiddlier from this what I think the definition is here, but let's come back. Let's come back to that one as well. 24 down. I think it's going to get very chewy, this crossword. I can feel like tolerable ABBA song on disc. Tolerable ABBA song on disc. ABBA song on disc. Oh yeah, got it. Look at that. This is cool clue. ABBA song is SOS. And it's on a disc, it's on an O. So is tolerable. Cool. 24 across. Half day price is steep. Half day price is steep. Just from how it's worded, I think steep here is the definition, because something is steep. Half day, it could be half a day, Sunday or Saturday, it could be a sun or a Saturday. Yes, saturate. Cool clue that is, what a clue. So half of Saturday is satu, and then price is rate. Gives us saturate, meaning steep. Love that one. I love it. 22 down. Criminal solicitor forgetting first rule. This must be outlaw. It means criminal, doesn't it? So I'm just going to guess outlaw. How does that work then? Solicitor forgetting first rule. Oh yeah. So a solicitor could be a tout. That's a cool clue. That's so clever, that. Because criminal solicitor makes total sense, doesn't it? But actually referring to like a solicitor, like somebody sells tickets or whatever, they're a tout, aren't they? Forgetting first, so they're removing their first letter. So we get out, and then rule is a law. Love that. Right. 18 down, we got nice checking letters there, I think. Substantial pay increase. It's often seen in the city. Nice. That's high rise. That's a double definition. A high rise is often seen in the city, isn't it? But I like the way he's done this, because obviously you're talking about the city of London, which also have substantial pay increases and substantial salaries in the first place. But that's such a nice surface. A substantial pay increase would be a high rise, wouldn't it? Or a high raise, but we say a pay rise as well. Very nice. I like that. 27 across. Help, Jenny. It's complicated. Okay. Jenny, I've had this recently. A Jenny is a type of donkey, a female donkey. So this is an ass. Yes. Assist. Again, lovely clue. It's complicated, referring to it's, and it's complicated, so it's an anagram of it's, gives us ist. We put the ass with ist, and we get assist. Lovely. Just going to have a look at the outside letters again now. So everybody, what have we got here? World. Oh, this is everybody wants to rule the world, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at that. Everybody wants to rule the world. Oh, lovely. Oh, I love these Ninas. They're so nice. Everybody wants to rule the world. Tears for Fears. So good. Right. Let's see. Let's go 25 down. Almost too quiet. Nonsense. Oh, that's tosh. Look, because almost two means almost the word two, which is take one letter off. We just get the TO. And then quiet is very often coded as SH, shush. See that? Very good. This does look 20 down, looks like instill, doesn't it? But I don't understand why. I'm going to go with instill, but I don't get it, I'm afraid. So you'll have to help me out in the comments with that one, please. Cool. Oh, while I'm talking about that, actually, the live stream that we do on a Sunday at 8 PM, we had a fantastic one on Sunday because we also did a very quick, like, blitzy make our own cryptic crossword. We had a 7x7 cryptic and everyone contributed clues like in very quick time. It was actually amazing to see happen. Like, literally sometimes within like 20 seconds we had a clue. Such good fun. Check it out on the channel if you want to look at the last live stream. But as part of the live stream we also have word of the week, and I invite everyone to send me a clue for the word of the week. This week's word of the week is minim. Minim. So as in 2 beats, 2 crotchets is worth, isn't it? A musical note. So if you can think of a word, a clue for minim, send me an email and I will feature it in the live stream on Sunday. But come along because it was such fun on last Sunday. I'll do it again this Sunday. Definitely have another cryptic to make. Right, back to this. Where are we now? Let's try 7 down because we got like an S as well. It takes new user to digest book and leaflet. Oh, I've got it now. This is subtractor. What a clue. A subtractor takes, doesn't it? Takes away. And how does that work? And then so new user is US subtractor. Maybe it's an E here, is it? Subtractor. So new user is USENR. So we're making an anagram of that. It's digesting book. And then a leaflet is a tract. See that? Subtractor. Very nice. Something that subtracts, definitely something that takes. 15 across, let's have a look at that now. So 15 across is chubby, naked but covering back part. Look at the word. Lumbar works, doesn't it? That's a sort of part of the back. I'm going for lumbar. Just from the checking letters, I'm not really understanding the wordplay yet. Let's have a look. Chubby, naked, but covering. Okay. Definition here is covering back part. Chubby, naked. A word for chubby is plump. But if it's naked, we're removing the outer letters. Remember, as I said, what naked usually means. So we're removing the outer letters of chubby. And that gives us LUM. And then but. Another synonym for but could be bar. No, everything but this and everything bar that. Gives us lumbar. Very cool. Right, 2 left. This one and this one. So 5 down. Henri realigns hookah pipes. It definitely looks like an anagram of realigns, isn't it? What works? Nargiles works. Is that a word? I think it is a word, you know. In terms of what we got, I think that's the right way around. What we've got left. I do believe Henri is an anagram indicator for realigns. I've sort of semi-familiar with this word, but I have no idea what it means. And if it means hookah pipes, then that's a new one for me. But it's definitely an anagram of realigns there, isn't it? Cool. Last one then. 3 down. Wild beast climbing the thing with 1 foot. Is something like, what's wild could be raw, maybe? Warity. The thing could be it. With 1 could be an I. What's the beast part? Oh, maybe the definition is wild beast. Is this no? Wild beast. This is a word I don't know, I'm afraid. Wild beast climbing the thing with 1 foot. What is going on there? Climbing definitely seems to indicate to me reversal. Let's start with that. And then I think this is a wild beast. I'm thinking like an okapi, you know, those sort of things, but I don't know what this is. So let's go with something is climbing. The thing with 1 foot. So let's put it always backwards. The thing could be it with 1. There we go. It. Foot. Oh, foot could be paw, couldn't it? Wapiti? Is that even a word? I'm going to go with wapiti. I like it, 1 and paw. That works, doesn't it? From so a wild beast is a wapiti. I don't know. Who knows? Let's stick with it for now. But I just want to see what this. Change 1 letter in the completed grid. Let's go to the sort of the special instructions. Change 1 letter in the completed grid in a thematically appropriate way. Well, if everybody wants to rule the world. Oh, look at that. How nice. Who wrote that? Who was famous for that song? Tears for Fears. Look, we can change. We've got fears here, but if we put a T in, we have tears for fears. That would work, wouldn't it? I think that's really cool. How that's so nice. Henri's brilliant at these. It's so good. Let me just check if we got this right. Wapiti might be a load of nonsense. Let's just check. Check grid. Confirm check grid. Oh wow, it is right. Wow, I did not know that. Wapiti, and then still I still don't get in still either. So let me check the. Let's go to the annotated answers and see annotated solutions just to see, get a few explanations here. So which one was it now? Oh, look, it is tears. Tears is right, obviously, because we have fears, then we change it to tears at the end as per special instruction. Very nice. Came out 40 years ago this week. Wow, that makes me feel very old. What a brilliant song it is, though. Right, where's instill? 20 down. We need to go to the down, so this one instill. This month has the first hint of light to drive home. So drive home is the definition. So it's inst with I and L. So the first hint of light would be an L, wouldn't it? This month, inst. I still don't understand that actually. Inst. What is inst? Does inst mean something? Does it mean this month? Let me look it up, see if a definition of inst. Abbreviation for institute or institution. No, I don't really understand that, do you? Help me out with that one. And Henri, if you're watching, let me know, please. I don't actually understand it. I get it from the definition, definitely. What was the other one I was looking for? So this is it's changed to tiddler at the end. Yeah, the tiddler one. So that's like a small crab. Is a small crab a tiddler? I don't know. Nargiles, yes, that's a hookah pipe. Right, wapiti is a wild beast climbing the thing with 1 foot. Wild beast, it plus I plus paw, reverse. Okay, I got that, but I'm going to look up what a wapiti looks like. We'll have a look and see what a wapiti is. Images of wapiti. There's a wapiti, look. That's pretty nice. It's a wild beast. There we go. Fantastic. Well, brilliant stuff. Wasn't that amazing? I absolutely love Henri's puzzles and his way his brain works. It must be, I'd love to spend a day inside his head. Fantastic. Really good fun that was. Thank you if you've got as far as this. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget the word of the week is minim. So come up, that's an interesting palindromic word there for us, isn't it? Come up with a clue for that and send it to this email address. Please do like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think, please. And we'll see you again soon. And thank you very much to Henri for letting me feature these puzzles. Okay, see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.